Hello, book besties.
I'm Albie.
And I'm Nikki,
Welcome to Backstage with the Book Babes.
where we spill the tea on the secret lives of your favorite romance authors. Guest author coming on with us today. She writes fantasy romance. But first off, let's catch up a little bit. What's up with you, Albie?
Oh my gosh, everything. So I you know that I've been working on my speed puzzler roller derby romance. I'm starting to plan out some of the swag that I'm sending everybody.
Ooh,
And
fun.
I'm telling you, these ideas are just coming. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm hoping to partner with a couple of bookstores
Ooh.
around my release to do speed puzzling competitions. And then
That's fun.
winners could win an early copy of my book. So I'm really excited about this.
That should
So
be really fun.
any
Yeah.
bookstores out there, give me a call. Yeah.
Come on, roller derby romance. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. What about you? What have you been up to?
I've been busy. Summer is just always busy because the kids are off school and there's always so much stuff going on. But this week it was just like stuff that was going on because I was talking about, we went to this like a book signing for some artists, but we also, last night we went to Cat Video Fest at one of our small theaters in the city, the Playhouse Theater, and it was really fun. So it was just like videos from YouTube and stuff, but some of the proceeds went to our local SPCA, which is the rescue where we got Simon from our cat, and they brought a couple visiting cats with them. So before the movie started, they had little cats in the lobby and they were so cute and friendly. One of them's name was Hazel. Yeah.
I love that.
So that was like a little fun adventure with the family.
Yeah.
And then today I'm going to a barbecue with my roller derby league because I had so much fun riding roller derby that I joined the roller derby. So that should be fun too. I don't know all of them yet. So like I know my little small group. So I'm going to meet some more people and yeah, it should be fun.
Love that. I went to the Columbus Book Fest. They had a cat rescue there and I was glad to go and support them. But I was also very sad that they didn't have any cats there.
Oh, yes, I know. They definitely have cats.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah. So that's what's up with us. But we're going to introduce you now to our guest author, Letizia Firmani, a huge book babe. Welcome to you, Letizia.
Thank you. Hi, hello. I'm very glad to be here. I'm very honored.
We're glad to have you on with us. Yeah. So to get started, can you tell our listeners a little bit about your books?
Okay. Yes, absolutely. I mostly write romantasy and I started to write also some sci-fi. I actually have all my books here. I don't know if you want to see them now or later, whatever you want.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, you can show them for our guests that are watching on video for sure.
So as I said, I write romantasy. My debut was a romantasy set in Italy, which is actually where I grew up. I still I do back and forth. But it's the Brownsville Prophecy. It's the first book in a duology. And as I said, set where I grew up, actually in the town where I grew up. Then I have Vampire series currently coming out. The first two books are out. The third one will be out in December. And it's like Black Silk and Red Ruby right now. And
the first one being a vampire.
December. And it's very much Spike and Buffy inspired.
Nice.
And my last book that came out is actually a little sci-fi, Breathing Energy. And it's like a little, like I say sci-fi romance. It's technically a horrormance. So there's a dash of horror in there too. That's what I write.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And horror romance is really popular right now too.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't know how popular it was when I started writing that. And then I realized I'm like, ooh, I'm glad. This is very nice.
Worked out well.
Yeah. Happy accident.
Yeah. Very happy.
And so you described your books as romantasy, but I see that you call them on your bio fantasy romance. Is there like a line between those two, like between like what fantasy romance is and what romantasy is?
Well, I feel that for every author is a little bit different. I feel romantasy is where the romance is the main plot of the story. Fantasy romance is there's a little bit more fantasy involved, and then there's also romance. I do consider it's very hard. I do consider like Silk more like romantasy, and then The Crown I do consider more fantasy, right?
Yeah. More plot heavy, less romance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well,
It's heavy romance. It's just, I feel that it almost could exist without it, I guess. Like the book could still hold up without the
Yeah.
romance.
Gotcha.
And well, I think some series too, like because I read one series, like the first one is clearly romantasy because it's so romance heavy, but then the sequel is so fantasy heavy because the characters are already together, and so I'm wondering too if like the first one can be romantasy, but the other ones are fantasy.
I think so. I think so. Why not? You get like,
Yeah, mix and match.
Yeah.
Speaking of mixing and matching, you have written a trilogy and some standalones, and you've written a novella. Do you have a favorite length that you prefer writing, or do you prefer to write in series or standalone?
I think as of right now, I do prefer standalones, mostly because I've been writing series since I started publishing, and I need a start and an end. Like I'm at a point, I'm a little stressed with my trilogy. I'm like, it's stressful. It's stressful. I don't mind. I don't mind series. I don't mind standalones. I don't mind novellas. I just think there's like place for everything. If the story requires a novella, then it's gonna be a novella. I don't really care about the word count as much as I used to. But yeah, as of right now, I definitely prefer standalones. So, yeah.
Nice.
And then with the variety of subgenres and length, do you have a suggested reading order for your readers to journey through your books? Like, should they start with like this genre and then move to this one, or move this book to that book? Do you have a suggested reading order?
I mean, publication order, probably, but also if they never, like, if obviously they approach my writing, everything that I read is very different. So I feel that if people like spicy, like really spicy books, then they would definitely enjoy the vampire series because it's way spicier and it's a little bit darker. But if they prefer fantasy, obviously, I would just suggest this. The second one is not out yet, though, and it does end in a cliffhanger. So I know that people sometimes don't like it. I have to say that if they are kind of missing the old school style of sci-fi, then I would just say just breathing energy. That's what it is. So I don't really, there's not really a right order. I just feel like depending on what you prefer, then.
Yeah, you have a little something different for different people and different readers, which is nice.
Yeah.
And so talking about the journey of becoming an author, a lot of authors we've talked to have mentioned moving from fan fiction to writing their own romance novels. Could you tell us a little bit about your path?
Well, that's basically how I started. No,
Yeah.
I definitely started writing. I approached writing as a musician first. Growing up, that's what I studied and that's what I wanted to do. And songwriting was how I approached it first. I was still a very, very big reader, very big into fantasy. And I feel that, I guess, like the first Twilight came out, I was very heavy into fanfiction.net. And that's how I started also writing little stories. So
Nice.
from fanfiction.net. So it was a lot of songwriting and fanfiction, and then I guess I approached the idea of actually publishing during the pandemic, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can actually publish something mine. Obviously not fanfiction, but yeah, that's definitely songwriting, fanfiction. Writing.
It's a little bit of a different path though, which is nice. Like I like seeing everybody's different ways that they got into writing and where they ended up. Yeah.
And I've never heard somebody before talk about how they approach writing as a more musical bent. And so I was really fascinated by this. Can you explain a little bit more your writing process of how you use music to influence your writing?
Like right now, if I use music, funnily enough. Yeah. So again, I started writing as a songwriter. So I was very into, I study vocal a lot, and words always have been very, very important to me. And it's very funny because right now I cannot listen to music with words while writing. I cannot do that. So it's a lot of instrumental, a lot of lo-fi, a lot of classical music, but no words. Cannot do that. I do love making playlists for books, but it's usually before I start writing. I get like ideas of like, oh, this could work, or it's after I'm done, not in between. I cannot do that. I don't know why.
Would you say your writing voice is a little more lyrical because of either your musical influence or?
I've been told. I don't really like to. Yeah, I'm like, absolutely, my prose is great. No, I do think definitely writing songs have turned my prose into a more lyrical style, and also growing up with Tolkien, that kind of helped.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then when you're actually sitting down to write your books, do you have a place you need to be, or what are your vibes? You were telling us you don't listen to music with lyrics, but do you need like snacks or drinks or place?
Water. Definitely water and energy drink. I started, which is very bad. It's very bad for my heart, but it's water, energy drink, or coffee. One of the hopefully, not all three together. That's insane. But it could be on the couch, or right now I need to be in the office because my back is really not loving the couch anymore. Writing down the couch, just like that. Cannot really do that anymore. And funnily enough, if it's not music, like instrumental music, I have a show playing in the background. A show that I've watched many, many times so that I don't get distracted. But the idea of listening voices in the background that are doing their thing kind of helps me do my thing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
yeah,
it works. It works.
What are your favorite shows to listen to?
Gilmore Girls is a big one. Charmed is a big one. And Bones. Those three are the big ones that I always have on repeat. Yeah. And sometimes Castle in there.
I love all of those.
A little Castle in there.
I like that. Yeah, because I do the same thing. Like, it makes me feel like you're not alone. There are other people there. And then also I like to watch something that has similar vibes as what I'm doing. Like, if I'm writing something really nerdy, I like to watch really nerdy type of shows. And so I like that. That's very cool.
Yeah, actually that's the same. Like, if I'm writing like something that is a little bit more like romantic or like a rom-com kind of style, then Gilmore Girls is on. And if it's more like witchy, then Charmed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. For sure.
Love it.
Then, so you said some of your books are spicy. Do you plan, well, this two questions. Do you plan out ahead of time your books of what the plot is? And then if there is spice in that book, do you schedule that out within there so it's all evenly dispersed, or how does that work?
Okay, so I like to call myself a pantser turned into a plotter because I have severe ADHD, and pantsing is not really a good thing for me. I tried to pants my first book because I didn't know any better. Because for me, from fictions, it was always like, oh yeah, I have like the idea, like it's whatever. So I started pantsing my first book, and then after I wrote the first draft, I started reading it back, and I'm like, this makes 0 sense, absolutely 0 sense. And I was like, maybe I should, outline this thing. And so now I'm very much forced into plotting, and it really helps me. It helps my brain a lot. So I try to do a fairly detailed outline. It's not like crazy detailed to the point where I'm like, if I don't follow this little thing, everything else is not gonna work. Because like sometimes things changed, and I would prefer not to write the entire thing again, even though it happens. And so that's basically what I do. Do I plan the spicy scenes? Not really. As in, like, I know that sometimes it's like, oh, this is a good spot to put one. I don't force them. I really don't try to force them, but they're adult books and it's romance, and sometimes that happens.
Yeah. How spicy would you say your books are?
So the vampire one is definitely the spiciest thing that I have. The first book is, I don't know, like with chili peppers, I'm like, it really depends on person to person, but like the first book, I would say it's a 3.
Yeah.
Even though I've been told it's a 5, but I'm like, okay. I guess I guess I read craziest thing. Red Ruby is definitely more towards a 4 or a 5. And book 3 will definitely be a little bit less than that. It would be that 4-3 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always hard, I think, to rate our own books on spice. And then also, I think every book is different too. It depends on what the characters want for how spicy they want to get.
And the plot.
Like the novella is like 2 scenes. I got like a scene and a half, and for people, oh my god, this is so spicy. I'm like, it's not really. It's one, like the rest is not. What?
It's just shorter, so it's more condensed.
I understand that it's shorter, but yeah. And then the fantasy is definitely like a 2, I would say. Yeah. Okay. Nothing like crazy.
So speaking of plans and scheduling things out, you mentioned balancing your time between Canada and Italy, which sounds amazing. What advice would you have for other authors who would like to work abroad?
That's advice. I don't know, because I'm still trying to figure out my work-life balance. I just feel like if you want to, it's an experience. It doesn't matter if it's the right or wrong time for you to move. If you feel that you need to move and experience another place, do it. It's never a bad idea. there's not really there's not really a right answer here because I don't have a really good balance with my life. It's very hard. This is really hard.
Yeah, for sure. So you were born in Italy, and then did you move to Canada, or how did that work out for you?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Italy, and then I came to Canada to study, and then from there I was just doing back and forth, basically. Yeah, I'm mostly in Canada right now, but yeah, it's yeah.
And then your family still lives in Italy?
In Italy, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Does that living schedule affect how you can plan out for live events and that type of scheduling?
Yeah, definitely. That is, yeah, for sure. There is times where I'm like, oh, I wish I could be back in Europe here so that I could schedule these events, but I can't because I'm planning to be obviously in Canada for these type of events. And I'm like, oh, I cannot have everything. But yeah, that is a struggle. Mostly now that I'm trying to do more events, but slowly we're hopefully trying to find a balance for the two.
Yeah, seriously. I feel that. Do you have any live events coming up that you want to talk about?
I have actually an event in October in Guelph, Royal City.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to that one too. Yeah.
Nice.
We'll be there together.
Nice. Amazing. And then I have another one in November in Toronto. Oh my God. I feel horrible right now. Infusion BookCon? Indie BookCon.
Oh.
Indie Fusion BookCon. Yes. That's I think November 8th. And then next year I'm doing Spellbound in the District in Amsterdam, which I'm very excited about. And I think that's it for now.
In Amsterdam, Netherlands.
Have that
in the Netherlands, yes.
Do you have like dual citizenship or just like a
Italian citizenship? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can travel. You can do a lot of traveling and do things here, and then do things over in Europe, which is really nice.
Are there a lot of events that you can sell at in Europe that are for English books, or do you have to have translation?
No, you can have English, especially in a place like Amsterdam. I don't have translations in Dutch, so
yeah,
you can absolutely sell your books in a lot of places in Europe.
Okay, good to know. So talking about your books again, do you have any upcoming books that you have that are available for pre-order, or any that you want to give us a little teaser about?
The only one that is coming out for sure this year still is Gold Threads, which is the third installment in the Velvet Vows trilogy, which is the Vampire Hunter trilogy, and it comes out in December 1st. Pre-order is not up yet. It will be soon. And as I said, it is very much darker than the other two. A little bit less spice, but there's a reason why. There's just no time in there. These poor people are just going through it. But I will be giving a very happy ending to them. So
yay! Love a happy.
So as for your characters, we all know we're not supposed to have favorite children, but do you have a favorite character that you've written?
This is so hard.
Yeah.
Because I feel that it's like every time that I'm writing a book, they become my favorite character. And then I write another one, they become my favorite character. I love them all. And right now, my favorite character is probably the female main character from a book that is not even like, it's really not talked about yet. Like it's a book that I don't know when it will come out. Let's just say that. But it is the female main character from I have a pasta rom-com planned. What it is written is just, and there is a touch of supernatural in there. There is a ghost side character, but that is the only like supernatural thing. In this one, this is the first book that I'm writing that is like an actual, like, I guess, contemporary. And it's still, I had to put a ghost in there because I'm like, I can't just have a regular. I had to have a little bit of paranormal in there. Yeah. I think that right now that she's my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And then what about the tropes? Do you have any tropes within your books that you never thought you would write? Or are there any on your list that you're like, nope, I'm not going to ever touch this trope?
Ooh, that's something that I will never do. It's really hard. I don't know if I will ever do any like taboo romance or like some like, I'm saying this now. I might change my mind. I don't know.
We won't hold it to you. We'll
like,
yeah.
Let's just say like, this is so hard.
We like to ask the tough questions on our podcast.
This is really tough. Like something that I would never write. Well, I mean, that's not really a trope. Nonfiction is not a trope. I need to think about that. I need to really think about
You can come back to it later.
Because I'm like, that will never write. This is really hard because again, right now I could say like, yeah, I'm never write twins. I don't know. Maybe I will. Who knows? Like,
Yeah, fair.
well, okay, no, that absolutely not. But okay, I guess that.
I'm writing twins right now, so yeah.
And I love reading.
Super
Like I have
fun.
some favorite books that are literally about twins, but I don't know if I will ever be able to write reverse harem, like white shoes. I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
Not
A
because
lot
I
of
don't like
hands.
it. I think
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot of hands.
A lot
Yeah,
of
I
limbs.
think it's a lot of hands. A lot of yes.
A lot of
Maybe
things to
that.
keep track of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the point of views, like if you're writing from the different point of
Hot.
views, then you get like
Mhm.
And I love
5 or
that.
6 POVs. Yeah, it's fun.
And I love reading them. I don't think my brain can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that. I will say that.
Okay. Okay. As for making it as an author, what's one thing that's not tied to money that would make you feel like you really made it as an author, or maybe it's something that's already happened that really made you feel like you were in that spot?
Well, feeling that I made it, I haven't made it for sure. I don't feel that I made it, but something that would definitely make me feel like, wow, this is okay. People actually like my stuff is seeing someone in public reading my book. Like that is probably or seeing my books in an airport. That's like, my God, that is it. I've actually made it at that point.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So we've asked you a few questions now. Do you have what's one question, I guess, that you would have for our listeners out there? And then for everybody listening, we'll post it on our Instagram so you can answer, and then you can comment in the YouTube video.
Like a question that I have for the readers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah, should have prepared this. Okay, let me think. Okay. Well, if there's any readers of mine in the comments, what is something that you as a reader would like me to write? And maybe I'll write it.
Nice. Love it.
I liked it.
Fan casting or crowdsourced plots, right? I feel like that happens on Threads. I feel like people are sometimes just like, where is this book? I want a book about this. And then someone is like, that's a great idea. I'm going to write it.
Yeah.
For sure. And then we have one final question for you, which some people do think is the hardest one. If you had to read one trope for the rest of your life, but only the one trope, what
would it be and why? Okay. Oh, God. This is hard. My God.
It's funny because a lot of people struggle with it, but then occasionally we'll get a person come on and it's just like that, like they know immediately. Okay. One
trope. I feel that enemies to lovers is too easy. And honestly, I feel that sometimes you will probably get bored of it. Like, get to a point, like, that's the only thing that you can read. Because again, like, there's nothing else there. Like, that's the only one, I guess. Oh, God, this is really hard. Okay, one bad trope. Because it could be anything.
So good.
It could be anything.
Yep.
It could be enemies to lovers. It could be friends to it could be strangers. It could be anything. One bad trope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Top tier, for sure. For sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Letizia, for coming on and letting us peek behind the curtain of your author life.
Thank you so much for having me. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great. Can you just let our listeners know where to find you in your books, and we'll post those links in our show notes as well?
Absolutely. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads at Letizia Firmani, as it's spelled. I don't know if they're going to see it there, but that's first name and last name. That's what it is. And you can find my books on the Zon. They're all on KU and where books are sold everywhere.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right. And to our listeners out there, if you have any questions that you wish we had asked our amazing guest today, let us know in the comments below.
Thanks so much for coming out.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for getting dirty with us. If you had fun, leave a review on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. New episodes will be released every Wednesday, and we've got an amazing lineup of authors to share with you.
If there's someone you'd love to see on our show, or you've got burning questions for your favorite authors, send us an email to backstagewiththebookbabes@gmail.com, or leave us a comment on our social media accounts. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, Backstage with the Book Babes. Links and applications for authors to join us as guests are at linktree/Backstage with the Book Babes.
You can follow me, Albie Blake, with that handle on social media, specifically Instagram and TikTok.
You can follow me, Nikki Jewell, and learn about my books at authornikkijewell.com. I'm also on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at NikkiJewell_books.
Thanks again for joining the party. Keep turning those pages and keep it spicy.